Welcome back to Everything Lubbock on EL Plus. Today I have with me Zenaida. Thank you for joining me. We're going to just hop right into it. We're going to celebrate, this week, Lubbock celebrated the city's 117th birthday. So that was pretty exciting this past Tuesday.
Yes.
So 117 years ago, the Lubbock was incorporated as a city, March 16th, 1909. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness.
I know.
And then David was sharing that that means Lubbock, you said, was 17 years old when Texas Tech originated. So that's pretty cool. And I like the graphic you made us, Zenaida, with Texas Tech, Buddy Holly, like a nice overview of downtown. And then we have everything Lubbock, LCU, the city of Lubbock, city limits sign. So that's pretty cute.
I know. And what's funny about the city limit sign is, like, our number is not that small anymore.
Right.
There's no way. that
Probably a little outdated, maybe. But so that is just exciting, celebrate history for the hub city. And then fun fact or little story, how we got our name is because we're like a one-stop shop place for education, agriculture, shopping, and the medical hub district. So that's pretty cool how we got we have a little bit of everything. Some people were like, maybe not, but I like Lubbock. Yeah. And you're from Lubbock, right?
Yes.
Born and raised?
Born and raised Lubbock.
Me too. We're Lubbockites?
Yes, I think that's how you say it.
Raiderville? I don't know.
Yeah. But no, yeah. I mean, people from all the small towns like Tulia, Plainview, Olton, Rawls, they all come here. So I really do think like we are the closest hub,
right,
for all the education and spots to eat and shop. So yeah.
What is your favorite thing about Lubbock?
I think my favorite thing in Lubbock is, I think how diverse Lubbock is. I don't think a lot of people think Lubbock is diverse, but I think it is. And where to shop, also where to eat. I'm a big foodie, so there's always new places popping up. And with, Lubbock expanding so much, I mean, it's just only room for so much growth. And, I mean, that's my favorite thing. What about you?
I was honestly going to say the same thing. Like, I was going to say something along the lines how in Lubbock you can literally meet anyone. Like, you can meet someone who's like from anywhere. And I'm just like, what brought you to Lubbock? And then they're just like sharing their story, work. They're working at the hospital or school. Texas Tech brings so many different people from different areas. Restaurants, we have tons of different restaurants with different origins. So same thing, just how you can meet someone from every corner of the world. So I like that a lot. Yeah. And then plus, the thing I really like about Lubbock is I like the layout. Like there's the loop you can get anywhere. Yes. So and then family too. Being from Lubbock, I just feel like mostly like having family close by, nearby, 5 minutes, 10 minutes away.
You can get across town in 15 minutes or less.
That's my favorite
taking the
thing.
loop or the interstate.
Right. And then we have some fun activities that you can do around Lubbock. Miss Amy put together our list. Or was it you or Amy?
It was me.
You, okay. Because I know you're always y'all find some fun things.
I know. Me and her, we always try and discover what's happening. And I kind of made a list of fun family spots to go in Lubbock. Whether it's like they have like a discounted price or kids enter free. But yeah.
I like the pictures that you included, the Ranting Heritage. We could see the Buddy Holly Museum, American Windmill Museum, and then the Texas Tech Museum. Those are, honestly, growing up, we always went to those like 4 places.
Yes.
For sure, Ranting Heritage, that's like you have to go there.
Yeah, it's
all
just
the different
to
things.
See all the houses, and I'm like, dang, I'm writing this down, making a note because I always like the bay windows. That main green house
that
has.
Big house. Yes. It's so beautiful.
It is. It's a must-see for sure.
And I see the full, you have a full list of things that looks pretty fun. The museum, the Silent Wings Museum, the Science Spectrum, Buffalo Springs Lake, all the different parks, Prairie Dog Town. People love that, like going out and
go feed the prairie dogs, give them a potato chip, their favorite.
Yeah, and then as it's been, or some days when it's not so windy, but it's been getting pretty warm, so I bet families will love that you created this list and, go find some fun things too. I'll be looking out on Saturday. I always try to go to the park or do something like one outing. I always tell my mom or my husband, I'm like, we should take the kids and let's go do this. So I'll be sharing your list.
Of course. Thank
you. Glad you made that for us. And then now we have a pretty cool food truck that you were able to go get an inside scoop. The Corn Dog Company?
Yes. Maria, the owner of the food truck, was really nice and welcoming and introducing me to the Corn Dog Company. I did try it. I thought it was very good. It really gave the fair feel corn dog without so much grease.
Right.
And without the long line.
True. The little sample you brought us was so good.
Yes, it was really good. And what's unique about them is they put honey in the batter for their fried stuff. And they also put, not only can you choose between mustard ketchup as a topping, but honey as well.
Okay.
And, I said, well, I'll fully indulge if this is how it's supposed to be with honey on it.
Right. You wanted to try.
Yes. And that was the first time I ever had honey on a corn dog.
It was really, I remember, I was like, ooh, that's sweet.
I liked it. Yeah, it was so good. You would never think, I'm a big, mustard all all-the-way.
Mm-hmm. Same.
But to have honey on it.
It was a nice mix, a good balance. Really good.
It was a must try. And then they also had, if you had more of a sweet tooth, they had the fried Oreo, fried Snickers.
Ooh, yes, that was so
peanut
good.
butter. But yeah.
Where would they be at, or what type of events do they go around town, or how can we?
Yeah, so
see
they
them?
said that they're are trying to become a regular at the Midnight Cravings.
Ooh, okay.
Though Midnight Cravings is on Facebook, so they will list the times and where they will be, but usually it is in the parking lot of Quarter 4.
Mm-hmm. Yes, off a slide.
Off the slide.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay, I'll have to look out for them.
Mm-hmm. And then and they're just trying to get more involved with local events here. So the First Friday Art Trail, they're working with them to be out there as well. So
sounds good. I'm thinking about the where I can look out, follow them on social media and check them out. But I'm so glad you went there and then brought us back a sample. That was so fun. All right, well, we're gonna take a break and we'll be right back. All right, we're back with some more breaking news headlines that we've had that we shared on our website online this week. We had an announcement that there will be a massive $3.5 billion expansion planned for an AI data center in Dickens County. So we do have our team researching this some more. We're just kind of introducing what's going on. But recently, multiple permits were filed for Phase 2 of Galaxy Helios data center in Dickens County, totaling a combined $3.5 billion price tag for these projects. So I know we have some just things happening or, plans, permits regarding AI data centers. So we do have one of our meteorologists, Jacob Riley. He's been reaching out to people through social media, trying to get feedback. Also, our reporters, and just kind of keep it.
Yeah, keeping them aware. And it is a massive project. So it affects a lot of people, and of course, Dickens County. So I think it's good that we're advocating for the people there and kind of spreading knowledge and keeping up to date of what's happening.
Yes, so we're gonna have more information regarding that. We do have some interviews happening, getting information, getting more aware, and just trying to figure out, yeah, exactly like how you said, advocate, share, spread, make awareness known of what's really going on. So stay up to date with all that on everythinglubbock.com. And then we have Alyssa, one of our porters. She was able to get connected with a family who had suffered a tragedy, and it was their 1-year anniversary regarding Dominic Balderas. So she was able to talk with their family. It had been over a year since the death of 36-year-old Dominic Balderas, and his family has not yet seen the courtroom. So she was just able to get like a breakdown of what's going on, the process of all that, and how they're just dealing with that. I know it's been a horrible year for that family and their tragedy and dealing with loss, but I'm glad she was able to reach out. Get some information where they're standing at, where they're at in that process. So some stories are kind of heavier than others. So I'm glad our reporters are able to, they're passionate about talking to families, reaching out to families and what they're experiencing here in our area. So that's a pretty good story. If you want to check that out, Alyssa has that on our website at everythinglubbock.com. And then we just had breaking
projects
happening and announcements, getting confirmation. This one was the Chick-fil-A distribution center. And I know we got some comments from the mayor, I believe, through a press release, but this one's a 46 million. I'm still thinking about that
like,
billion. Yeah, I'm still over there
Whoa.
thinking about the billion, but this one's a million distribution center, and it's supposed to add some jobs here in Lubbock. So that's pretty exciting. I feel like that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, more jobs, more opportunity for people, and of course, is creating that expansion for Lubbock.
Yes, more people, like we said, bringing different people from different corners of the country to Lubbock. But Mark McBrayer, our mayor, said that he was excited to welcome the Chick-fil-A supply chain to Lubbock, and that and he honored and thanked their commitment to Lubbock, and the strong company values will align with our city, and the investment will create a long-term opportunities for families across our great community. So that's exciting. I'll be looking forward to that, and we'll have more updates and news as that project, keeps on growing. And but I'm excited, and good news about the jobs and the opportunities, and we'll see that, and we'll report on that, have some more information on our website, and keep you guys up to date. And then this story was kind of funny to me because I was not expecting the feedback that we got online.
Yes. I was also surprised. I mean, it's a really good question. Part of this job, you're able to have the resources to ask these questions, and then, of course, let our viewers know the answer. And is dumpster diving illegal in Lubbock? And yes.
The answer is yes.
It is, apparently. And apparently, that made some of our viewers upset finding out that information.
That always happens sometimes.
Yes. And, because sometimes you see it, especially like my time at Tech, especially when the students leave.
When they move out.
Yes. And,
I know what you're talking about.
It's just commonly known to go to the dumpsters near the dorms because they're throwing out like nice vacuum, all this stuff. And so be careful.
Right.
if you're still doing that because it is still illegal.
Yes. So Amy shared, what happens if you violate these laws? The penalty will be a Class C misdemeanor. Penalties for a Class C misdemeanor generally involve a fine, and in Lubbock, going through someone's trash is not simply discouraged, it's against city law. So she did clarify that answer. I know people on social media, I think why I was so surprised, because I was shocked. I was like, I guess these many people are like this amount of people are actively dumpster diving? Because there was like a strong response. Like I was like, hey, like we're just sharing.
We're just letting you know.
Yes, we're just letting you know.
Right. Yeah, because I think not too long ago, I want to say like last year, there was that trend going around of dumpster diving and kind of like thrifting or like what do you call that?
Repurposing, thrifting, repurposing, yes.
And so that's always been like it's been popping off and what's trending. So I think that's why people were a little upset to hear it's a misdemeanor if you get caught. But I mean,
in the city of Lubbock, but we know there's people out there doing that, like you said, trends on Facebook. Repurposing, but that was just kind of shocking to me to see like all the response that we got on social media regarding dumpster diving. So that was pretty
it was a fun question to ask.
It was, yeah. So all right, we're gonna take a break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back from our short break. You're watching Everything Lubbock on EL+. I'm excited to see this video. So I have a video that I want to share from our meteorologist, Jacob Riley. If you pay close attention, you'll see the meteor kind of graze over the screen right there. I don't know if you see, it's kind of small, but it's right there. So I thought that was pretty cool that he was able to share that, and he shared that one of his followers caught that from her Ring security camera. So I was kind of like even more surprised because I'm like, isn't that camera like itty bitty? And it caught that. So I thought that was pretty neat. And it's like a pretty clear overview, I guess, above her roof, and then you can just see it right there. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say that I've ever seen a meteor.
I know, me neither. I've never paid attention or...
I know, and for it to happen in shallow water?
Yeah.
Out of all places.
Right? So that's pretty cool. And I thought that video would be fun to share with you guys. And then just speaking of the events that are coming up with the season, we have Easter. I know you gathered a list for us of all the different businesses, organizations that will be hosting Easter egg hunts across the Lubbock area. What is your favorite thing about Easter in Lubbock, here in Lubbock?
Here in Lubbock? Well, I think just seeing everybody out and about in the parks, because where I live,
in your neighborhood.
Yes, in the neighborhood at the Aslan Park. There's a lot of cookouts, and like even Aslan is right next to the McKenzie Park, and sometimes we will drive through the park because it's so packed. Everybody's out, and the low riders come out, and I'm just sitting there like, oh my gosh, look at all the pretty cars.
Right, enjoying the
so
sights.
I really like the sense of like community that there is on Easter, with everybody cooking out and just having fun, and all the kids are playing together on the swings and play sets. So that's my favorite thing. What about you?
I would say same, like getting together, enjoying the warm weather, celebrating the holiday, maybe a good barbecue, maybe a family-friendly fight with the cascarones and smashing the eggs and just kind of, having fun. Do you have any traditions that you and your family do for Easter?
I would say the cascarones for sure.
Do you make yours or buy yours?
Oof, we used to make them.
Right, when I was younger, same.
Yes, but now we kind of just find other family members who still make them and kind of buy them from there or make them together. But we used to. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work
because
you have to like
in this economy
save. Whenever you're cooking eggs throughout the year, like you just crack them a certain way and then save them and then collect them and then get the tissue paper, and then it would be a whole thing. Everyone has their little station. So same. We used to make them whenever I was younger, but now we just go the easy way and we just buy them. And I would say one Easter tradition that I've started since I've had my babies is I'll like find a little cute Easter outfit, and then we go to the mall, South Plains Mall, and then we take a picture with the Easter bunny.
Yes.
So I always look forward to that.
Yes.
I'm excited to get our picture.
That's so sweet. And yes, we're working on more Easter theme list as well. So we're working on where to take pictures with the Easter Bunny.
With the Easter Bunny, yeah, I'm excited.
And the works.
Yes, all the Easter works, everything on everythinglubbock.com. And then we have a job fair coming up on the 20th. So tomorrow.
Yes.
So that's kind of something if you're needing something to do this weekend, maybe someone who's looking for a job or a family member looking for a job. We have this huge job fair going on, and I wrote the article, and that's on our website. And there's a huge list of like different companies that will be there, like with their information booths, hiring, getting that information. So you can kind of see a little list. They have Express Employment, UMC, Lubbock County Sheriff's Office will be there, Mighty Wash. Okay, so there's just like a few companies. And if anyone interested looking for a career, check that out. That's one thing I like about Lubbock too. I feel like you can always maybe find like a place to start, like a resource place to start, and then if you're looking for work, maybe they'll help you. So I like that about Lubbock. Like there's I feel like always good things
Lubbock's community is very welcoming, and it's the perks of being big but not so big. We still have that small town values of like, oh well, I know so and so that knows so and so.
That might be
it's a good opportunity to go ahead and head to that job fair.
Yes, so check out that job fair if you know any family or if you're looking for a job, or check that out. And then we also have our weekend kicking off. Today's Thursday, so we have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Caitlin, she always makes a list every weekend. So kind of kicking off, you could have your plans for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What do you got going on this weekend?
This weekend, I'm not sure.
I don't me either.
I'm not sure. I mean, I have to check out the list that she made for sure, but I do know the Wolford's Farmers Market is happening. So
that's a fun go-to.
Head there with my mom.
That'll be fun, and I think it's going to be great weather.
Yes.
So it'll be hot, nice and hot. So that
wear
might be
shorts, a dress. I don't have to like wear a sweater and like worry about the wind and the dirt in my eyes.
I think I might check that out too, honestly, because they have since they extended it to Sunday. Sometimes like after church, after lunch, I'm like, what should we do? So I might maybe go check that out for the afternoon. But I'm looking forward to the weekend. And then we always have different restaurants or different bars hosting local artists that you could check out.
And then specials as well.
Oh, yeah, all the specials that you always like to highlight for us. Those are always a good, just good information to have. I like the deals. I'm always looking for the ones that have kids eat free. I always try to look for that, or just deals for the family. I know what I'm doing. We're actually going to go to the movie. There's like a new kids animated movie.
Is it Hopper?
Hopper.
I was like how I knew.
I was just going to guess. I was going to say like Hopper. But my mom, I remember she texted me. We were supposed to go, I think, last week when it came out or something. But the kids, my nieces and nephew were busy. So now we're all going to go. Me, my babies, my mom, and my nieces and nephews. So
that's exciting. Are you going to go to the new movie theater?
No, we usually just go. I need to go out there. I want to. But we usually just go to Premiere. Because it's just, like a good area, general area. And the kids like it. They always do pretty good there. It's always a gamble going to theaters with the kids. But I'm glad it's a kids movie. So there'll be other families, other kids. So maybe they'll give us grace. Because sometimes I'm like, be still. They're like, more popcorn. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, I think the Hopper movie looks very cute, and I don't know. I'm debating on going with my little cousin, but
yes. Well, let me know if you need someone
we
to go.
We can go together.
If you need a whole family, you can join us. But all right, thank you so much again for joining me as a guest on episode 11. So I'm excited. Glad I've had everyone on our digital team that we're able to get together and help me create this. So I really appreciate it.
Of course.
All right. We'll be back next week with more. Thank you for watching Everything Lubbock on EL Plus.